All right, so we're not doing news today. We actually want to talk about the best projects of the year so far. Best albums versus songs. And I feel like it's only right that we start with best albums.
Okay. Best albums.
Wayno, let me hear what you got, man.
All right. It's a lot of albums that dropped this year.
Yeah, so look, we're gonna, I hope, put the list up on the screen. I'll just name some while you
Wayno
think.
looking at it like he's so befuddled.
I'm not befuddled. I'm just looking. I know what my pick is. I'm just looking at the albums. Okay.
You know, we gotta make it a little interesting.
Yeah.
Let's do it like top 3 or something like
Top
that.
3.
No, or not top 3, but just
okay.
throw out a collection. Throw out a collection that struck a nerve or resonated
Struck a
with you.
nerve that
probably
resonated with me. That I listened to. That I actually listened to. Wow. Okay. It's gonna be a little bit surprising. Well, not really. My first is Nipsey Hussle, right? Victory Lap, because we talked about this last week.
Right.
Do you hear the deluxe version, Victory Slap? Okay, all right, fine. Bad joke.
No, I seen you this morning with Victory Nap, because your ass was knocked out
Yeah,
while
take
we
a little nap.
right before we was taping,
That is
right?
fact.
That's how I was snoring, bro.
Yeah, you was
snored
snoring
a little bit. Wayno was definitely startled.
Yeah, you brought out the little
But look,
bench.
it was a light, gentle snore, not like a nasty snore.
You know
It
when
was
you
cool. I don't snore.
whoa.
Snoring can't be cute.
Can it be?
Y'all never seen an animal snore? Anyway, go ahead.
Not from you, Puff, but okay, so Nipsey Hussle, Victory Lap. Then I gotta go with Daytona, right? And for my third, damn, it's so many good ones, but
Yo, I'm just gonna jump in and just say this is super random. A lot of great albums. Pusha is probably like my favorite. I've been waiting.
Yeah.
But my most listened to album of the year, like most played, Black Panther soundtrack. Random, I know.
That's not random.
It's just so good that I have listened to it a lot from start to finish.
So look, Black Panther soundtrack, great project. I love it. But you know what I'm going with as my third, since we doing 3? Gunna Drip Season 3. I ain't gonna lie. I know that's a shocker for a lot of people.
It's not even on the face. Oh,
Not
yeah,
seriously.
It is.
Okay.
I know a lot of people gonna be shocked about that, but I've been really. My son put me on a Gunna, and ever since I listened to his tape, I don't want to call it a tape. I don't know if it's an album. I just call it a project.
Okay.
I listen to that shit at least twice a week.
Okay. See
If
what's
Jaden
going
Smith
on
was
here?
on here though, I would have Jaden. You know.
Jaden?
Jaden shit.
Let me start off by just saying my favorite album this year. It's my man, God bless the dead and rest the dead. XXXTentacion, question mark. However, tons of great music that came out. And I will say, other than that particular project, Victory Lap was a pretty good album. I enjoyed that album as well. Black Panther soundtrack, hearing you saying that you've played it so much, kind of made me, I haven't played the whole thing in its entirety, but just random songs from time to time, like, man, I'm playing this.
I pop in from time to time.
Yeah. I do enjoy that album, which I didn't think I would have, because I'm like,
It's just such a
Kendrick, Black
variety of
Panther,
songs.
Wakanda.
Even the Sway Lee and...
It's so hard to do these lists and shit because you know what's another really good one? Jim Jones Wasted Talent. Jim Jones Wasted Talent. Jim Jones Wasted Talent is a very good album, and I don't know if it's. I mean, he's got a lot of like press since his more recent efforts, but Wasted Talent was a very, very good, solid album.
Okay.
Okay.
Good pick.
Also, Juice WRLD, Goodbye and Good Riddance. That project is, especially from a newcomer. I wish we had like, do we have Rookie of the Year type of stuff?
Yeah,
like,
we're
we gonna get to that.
rookies.
Yeah,
but even like a rookie album of the year, like
Right.
I'm always impressed when I see a new rapper come out with like solid body of work that you would expect from a veteran that already maybe hit a couple times and missed a couple times and kind of found their groove. He looks like he's just already fired on all cylinders. So his project was good. I like Tory's project too. My man
Right,
Tory
Tory.
Lanez, Memories Don't Die. I fuck with his project. You know what? Like some people love the singing Tory. Singing Tory is cool. I like the Tory who's kind of a little bit more trap when he does sing. And I do like Tory when he's rapping and he's in his bag. Tory be in his bag sometimes when
dope
he's rapping.
project.
And some of these joints that he was, like, I felt that confidence that, I don't know if like when you talk to him, you hear, but you never heard it in his music. And I felt like he was just owning shit. And that's the Tory I like. So I really enjoyed that project. Just going down this list really quick.
Big albums, Cardi, Ray
Three is
Sherman,
hard.
Post
Can we-
Malone. You don't have to, you know what, forget about
I say
the 3.
5.
Let's just celebrate the ones that you
All right,
enjoy the
I'm
most.
celebrating Book of Ryan too by Royce the 5'9".
Word.
I'm celebrating that. I'm fucking with that was really dope. Royce got really personal on there. He talked about alcoholism. He talked about his fears of being a father on there. Well, not fears of being a father, but fears of things happening to his children because they're going out into the world and he can't protect them as much.
What about Culture 2? That was one of the early releases.
That's what I was gonna get
How
some
we
love.
feeling about that, like 6 months later?
Culture 2, I think it lasted, especially like the big songs on the particular project. And you know, the Migos feel like this like just ever-present like group in music right now. So like they're always around in some type of way. So of course, Culture 2, I fuck with it as well. What else did I want to mention?
So Beer Bongs and Bentleys
Rich the Kid
streamed amazing, but not
that's
one
Rich
of our
the
favorite
Kid,
picks.
The World Is Yours.
Not my thing.
And I mean this, it might sound disrespectful, but I will clean it back up. If that album was like just straight instrumentals, it might be classics. Just straight instrumentals. Now, with
instrumentals, right? If your ass wasn't rapping on this would be classic.
Yo, you have a way with words sometimes. I gotta give it to you.
Oh my God, man. However, it is amazing. Like Rich the Kid put together a great body of work, and maybe I'm thinking it's that great because I had low expectations for Rich the Kid. I'm sorry, and I fuck with Rich the Kid, but I didn't think that musically he could put together a dope project like he did. So that shocked me. So when I was listening to it, I'm going through, I'm like, this nigga Rich the Kid could make records now. Like he could really make records, and he's really finding his groove. So I enjoyed that.
You gotta show everything is love, some love, man. I gotta show everything is love, some love.
I guess somebody got.
Are you about to like recite a poem or something? Come on.
Right. I know I got on.
I'm not gonna really critique. I'm not gonna really critique albums in this
we ain't really
particular.
critiquing them.
But I will say I still think that's a mediocre album. But
mediocre
it's not
sales and mediocre album.
It's good. It's good. But you know we call mediocre good. Unless mediocre just we don't think either way.
Mediocre is like, I could do without it.
I could do without it.
You could have did without it?
I could have did without it. I could have did without it.
Do you appreciate it?
I appreciate it because I wanted it, but I could have did without it because
of the sales, yo.
No, it's not sales. Yo, I really wanted the biggest album ever. I wanted it to be the king and the queen. I imagine the biggest male artists and the biggest female artists at the same time just colliding, except they're married and they have issues between them.
So you don't feel like that? Like you don't feel like you don't get none of that on the album?
But you're talking about the actual project? Or are you still talking about the impact it made?
Yeah, the impact.
Yeah. And I wanted it to really round up 444 and Lemonade. I wanted it to be a culmination of a decade-plus marriage that we could see and hear, just basically hear the chapters of their life and how they
hear that on the album.
Bruh, this shit's alright.
Oh,
lukewarm.
Man.
Put it back
lukewarm. See, now he changes. Moonwalking
No. Oh, lukewarm to me, all that shit means mediocre, man. It's cool. It's cool.
All right. So let's
like, you ever watch Wire when homie says, yo, listen, y'all keep giving me like 60-degree days. Nobody's outside barbecuing on a 60-degree day. It's one of those days, nobody gives a fuck. Whoa. You feel me? Not like, but it's just okay. We want great. And those two are great. Bobby Tarantino, I did listen to a couple of joints. I'm not gonna lie. I be listening to Logic see if he's gonna fire shots at niggas. I'm not. Maybe I'm just like, I love rap beef that much. But I'm listening, I'm like, say Jordan Lucas. Say Jordan Lucas. Jordan Lucas?
That wasn't one of my favorites, but good. Lil Baby, Harder Than Ever was dope as well.
Yeah.
Lil Bo 2 was okay. It was good. It was good. I fuck with it. And I was looking at Yachty to see what he was gonna do because I thought he was in a weird space where the Migos was going up. He's in QC. His first album, Teenage Emotions, had lukewarm responses. People wanted him to go back to what they want from him, and you know what? He listened to his fans, and he gave them what they want. Again, I don't know if it compromised his vision as an artist, but he gave the fans what they wanted, and I was satisfied.
Okay.
Yeah, I only listened to that one time, I ain't gonna lie. But his verse on Drip Season 3 is fire.
Hey,
on Drip or Drown.
What'd you feel about the A$AP Rocky album, Testing?
I thought that was okay. I wasn't...
Oh, Chop Spotty, I can't hear you. Like, speak up.
The thing about Rocky shit is like, it's not my favorite Rocky project from him, but it's some good joints on there. Like, it's definitely some good joints on there. The joint with him and Cudi, ASAP, I think it's called ASAP Forever. That joint was dope. The joint with
the Skepta one's also good.
Yeah, the joint with him, Skepta's dope, and the joint with the Juicy J. Well, it's a Project Pat sample on there, but I forgot what the dude's name is. Baby Father, some shit. The dude he sampled. I think it's a guy from UK or something. He sampled that for that record, but I think that was cool.
And for the last couple albums, I'm naming the ones that either I am pleasantly surprised were good or better than I expected.
Okay.
Cardi B, I gotta say it, man. Hearing Bodak Yellow, I'm like, damn, she found one. Heard Cartier, whatever you want to call it, and I was like, damn, this is a good follow-up. I know I couldn't get too Bodak, but it's cool. She was killing on verses, but I'm like,
Be careful.
This is where you get her. This is where you get her with the album. And Atlantic, we talk shit about Atlantic a lot of times, but they handled that well, in my opinion. They didn't give her too many tracks. They kind of crunched it down and gave the tracks that they knew would work.
They delivered.
So I'm going to say that album was pretty good. So salute to her and everyone, her whole team working on that.
Yeah, those singles are still performing really well.
Yeah, I mean, KOD, J. Cole. I mean, when you stack up, because the thing is, I know that everybody, I mean, I'm one of the only ones that like it out of all of us, right? Mostly. But when you stack up KOD
Nadeska
to everything else, love is a strong word.
Just finish it out, Wayno.
When you stack up KOD next to all the other albums or projects that dropped this year, it's not as bad as people make it out to be. I actually really like KOD. I like KOD.
And yeah, even though you acting like a nut, man, I do like your album. Yay album, I still like it. I still like it.
All right,
I
some
know I
honorable
feel like I'm the only one
mentions.
with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're, again, Daytona's great. I can listen to the Nas album. I'm good on Ye.
Nasir.
Shout out to J-Rock. Redemption's also great. But again, some of these are so new that I'm sure that more we listen.
We still taking them in.
Yeah, exactly.
J-Rock not even a month yet. It's only 2 weeks. So.
New Freddie Gibbs. So we'll revisit some of these albums later.